Welcome to WTOL 11 this morning. I'm Amy Steigerwald in for Jenna Lento. Today, let's send things right over to First Alert meteorologist Kelly Heidbrader, who's tracking a rainy day. Kelly.
Hey, good morning, Amy, and good morning to you again. Looking for another round of showers. We'll track that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Right now, one man is dead and a woman is left fighting for her life after a shooting in Defiance. This all starting around 2 o'clock yesterday on East 2nd Street near the downtown area. When police arrived, they found a man who had apparently shot and killed himself. The woman was also found shot. No names have been released yet. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you the very latest both on air and online. One person is recovering in the hospital after being shot in East Toledo. Police telling us this was a drive-by shooting at Kelsey Avenue and White Street yesterday. More than a dozen shell casings were removed from the scene. Police are looking into what led up to the shooting. Right now, a West Toledo woman is being accused of assaulting 2 police officers. Records say Dominique Files scratched, punched, and kicked 2 cops early this morning while she was being arrested for separate offenses. She's charged with 2 counts of felony assault on a police officer. She'll face a judge tomorrow morning. An in-air malfunction forcing an F-16 fighter jet to land at Toledo Express yesterday. The Ohio Air National Guard not releasing much, but what we do know is the Springfield and Swanton fire departments were called to the airport around 10 yesterday morning. They heard reports of a fighter jet that hit a bird and developed an engine problem during a training flight. An Air National Guard spokesman will only tell us that the aircraft encountered a minor malfunction. The plane did land safely and no one was hurt. The incident is under investigation. More cleanup in Swanton today as crews continue to remove a train from a set of railroad tracks after it collided with a car. The train crash causing 13 cars to derail and leaving quite a mess. Officials say the Norfolk Southern train was headed to Chicago when it hit a car left abandoned and parked on the railroad tracks. The train tried to stop, but there wasn't enough time. The train derailing in these residents' backyard.
There was trains sliding off the track and across our parking lot, hit that vehicle over there, and it was just crazy.
Now, right now, Main Street is back open, but it may need to be closed again early this week. Dodge remains closed from Miller to Munson, and Munson northbound is also still closed. Crews will be working throughout the weekend to clear the tracks and get these roads back open. Well, 1,100 St. Vincent Mercy Health lab technicians and support personnel approved a new contract and they're back to work. But as Dick Berry reports, nurses are still on strike and they're hoping they're not forgotten.
The strike by St. V's nurses has entered its 2nd month. On Saturday, nurses from throughout the community joined them here on the picket line. Negotiations broke off recently between UAW Local 2213 nurses and Mercy Health Partners. Both sides blame the other for the breakdown. The union's in saying where things stand as the labor stalemate drags on.
We're just looking for a fair contract. We want, something that we can work with so that we can get back in the building and do what we do. 2 issues divide management and labor: healthcare costs and mandatory overtime, which nurses view as a safety issue for them and patients.
I believe, in my opinion, that Mercy wanted this to happen, and I believe it is a gross betrayal of their loyal patients and their loyal employees.
That's why nursing professionals from Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan feel it's important to back their St. V peers. They came to give their moral support.
I wanted to support the nurses at St. V's for the hard work that they do and for the long hours that they put in and for the patient care that they're giving.
I know how it is to work understaffed and to have mandatory overtime and how unsafe that is for the patients.
With no end to the walkout in sight, Mercy Health Partners is running ads to hire new nurses. That led to one striker dressed as a toilet to carry a sign that read, "Don't flush your reputation down the toilet." I'm Dick Berry, WTOL 11.
An Ohio federal judge denying GM's request to dismiss a lawsuit filed by the UAW, claiming the company violated the union's contract by not sending workers to a plant in Indiana. The U.S. District Judge in Youngstown says previous union grievance did not demand that temporary workers at Fort Wayne be given permanent positions as GM had claimed. The UAW said GM should have sent workers, including several hundred from the now closed assembly plant in Lordstown, to the Indiana plant. President Trump calling off a plan to impose 5% tariffs on all Mexican goods in exchange for pledges by Mexico to stop the flow of migrants from Central America to the U.S. southwestern border. Weijia Jiang has the latest.
Democrats lashed out after President Trump announced a deal to avert a trade battle with Mexico. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi issued a statement accusing the president of undermining America's preeminent leadership role by threatening an ally with tariffs. She said the deal fails to address the root causes of Central American migration. President Trump had vowed to slap 5% tariffs on all Mexican imports starting Monday, with increases to 25% by October. Democratic presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg reacted from the campaign trail in Iowa.
I think it was mostly a face-saving maneuver. We need a comprehensive strategy, not just a pattern of poking folks in the eye.
The two nations' joint statement late Friday said Mexico will place thousands of Mexican National Guard forces on its southern border. It also promised actions against smuggling and human trafficking, and to make more asylum seekers wait in Mexico instead of the U.S. Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he was glad the president secured the commitment.
So far, the administration has revealed few details about the agreement, including how it will be put into action.
President Trump tweeted on Saturday that Mexico has agreed to immediately begin buying large quantities of agricultural product from our great patriot farmers. Earlier in the week, he praised tariffs.
Tariffs are a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful word if you know how to use them properly.
Mexico's president called for people to gather Saturday in Tijuana to celebrate the agreement. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has a plan to improve Ohio's jail inspection system. He wants to more than double the size of the Ohio Bureau of Adult Detention from 6 employees to 15 employees. The new staff will also include a registered nurse to investigate medical complaints and examine jail standards related to proper medical care. TARTA is launching a cashless fare app designed to simplify the rider experience. Riders no longer need to keep track of a printed bus pass with the new Easy Fare app. Those without smartphones can still purchase paper bus passes by printing them from a computer. Riders also still have the option to buy a paper bus pass at the Downtown Transit Center at the old Goodwill building on the corner of Cherry and Huron. The Easy Fare app launches tomorrow and is free to download. The transit center is set to open next month. Toledo is known for so many things, but one of it was almost known for spam. This week's Wow That's Weird is next.
How many of us have had spam? I mean, come on, we've had so much spam in our lives. Can't wait to watch that story. We're also going to check out some rain coming your way throughout our day today. Stay right there. We'll be right back.